working out in the whirlpools and the water massage and get back on my feet. Anything's an option, but right now I got to get my body straightened out.
How's Bischoff? I've not heard a hair or hide from him.
Bischoff is doing his thing, working out there in L.A. producing those reality TV shows things. And, Eric and I talk a couple times a week.
Right. Herb, same thing?
Yep. Still trying to get some stuff going.
You and Vince close?
Yeah. Vince is cool, man. Vince is way cool, It's just, there's nothing I can do with these people unless I physically get back on my feet.
Right. And Dixie? Dixie asked me.
I need to call her and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I really do.
Good people, man.
She's a sweetheart, man.
She's good awesome. People, man. Great people. And I'll tell you, I went to, hey, I like them both, We're in good graces with Vince as well. I haven't been in a locker room setting with Vince in a while since you were there, but Dixie had some pretty damn good karma going. With her big sexy told me to tell you hi. When's the last time you talked to Kevin?
Big sexy. I don't know. I talked to Kevin a few months ago. He just called me out of nowhere. How
about Hey Yo?
I don't know what the heck.
I've heard Hey Yo's not doing too good.
I don't know what the heck he's doing.
Hey Yo. One time we were in Binghamton, New York, Britt, and it's me, Hey Yo, and Hootie in the back, and Hootie wants some beer. And Hey Yo tells this guy, what do you call him, a man boy? No, what do they call him in Japan? Boys that are...
Young boy.
Young boy. He goes, so there's this intern, he goes, Scott Hall, he goes, young boy, take a $20 bill out of your pocket and go get Hootie a 12-pack, or maybe a 24, young boy, Miller Lite. Go on, young boy. Hurry up. Make sure it's cold. Just bossed him right on down. Where did Hall come up from when he was Razor Ramon? But where was he before that back in the day?
Well, he was Scott Hall. I think he broke in Tampa, didn't he?
Was he a Tampa guy?
I don't know.
Was he an FCW guy?
No, I don't know where he came from. I think he did break in Tampa here.
Steve Kern was on the phone last week talking about they had a big Gar from the Angeles home had a big thing out at the Dallas Bowl, and John Cena showed up for him.
Oh, that's
cool.
And
it was great. It was really good. They did good. God, for years you did so many things for Gar in the Angeles home, and those kids are just awesome. Yeah,
I need to get rehooked back up with Gar. He's unbelievable.
I'll get the information to you. Gar's great. But anyway, John Cena came out for Gar and did a big thing, but we had Steve on the air, and Steve was saying you guys went to the same middle school. You guys grew up like about a mile from each other, did you not?
Yeah.
He was Steve Kern.
Yeah, he was South Tampa boy all the way through, man. He stood the test of time.
Now, was he in wrestling before you were?
Yeah.
Because he said that on the air, he said, you used to walk up and say, man, come on, get me into this. And he's like, man, this thing isn't like what you think it is.
No, he knew better. He knew I was going to get crucified if I started here in Florida, which I did.
And then you went down to the Sportatorium, and Matt Suter didn't he break your leg the first day?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to get in with Bob Roop and Bob Orton, because they were teamed up, and I think I was probably lucky that I didn't, because Bob Roop had that Kurt Angle mentality,
Little shooter.
Yeah, and so I was going down there during the day. They'd be coming in at 4 or 5 in the morning from Tallahassee or Miami, and I'd be running down there. I want to work out. I want to get in the ring, and Bob Roop kept putting me off, and he was finally supposed to meet me down there to work out with me, which it wouldn't have been pretty, and thank God he didn't show. And so I kept hassling and driving him crazy. Finally, Mike Graham stepped up and said, you want to be a wrestler? I'll hook you up with Matt Suter. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Now, what did Matt Suter do? Did he just stretch you? How did he stretch you so bad?
Well, I went down there, and I thought I was in pretty good shape, and they got me, and they exercised me, the squat thrust, running in place.
Right. So can you remember your first day?
Yeah, I remember standing outside the ring of the Sportatorium, where we're outside the ring where they have the mats, but it was all concrete over on Albany, the Sportatorium.
Teeny tiny.
It was 150 degrees in that building in the middle of summer. Sweating my you-know-what off, and after 20 million squat thrusts and all that stuff, I stood up, and you know how right before you faint, everything's white? I was like, ready to faint.
How old were you? 21, 22?
23, 24.
Right.
And it's, all right, let's get in the ring and wrestle. So I got in the ring and didn't know how to defend myself, really. Knew a little bit, but...
did you know how to lock up or take a bump or anything?
Hell no. We get down to the referee's position, amateur wrestled.
Oh, okay.
Got down there with Matt Suda. He hooked me. We rolled around for probably 7 seconds. Next thing I know, he was sitting between my legs, like his back was right on my chest, and he reached and grabbed my toe. He stuck his elbow in my shin and cranked my toe back and broke that bone in half, the shin bone in half.
Right.
Just snapped it right in
half.
Did you go?
Did you scream? Did you yell?
I was yelping like a dog, man.
So he thought he ran you off. You wouldn't come back, right?
Yeah. And the problem was I had a Ford Econoline van with a clutch. I couldn't drive it home. Ruth couldn't leave. She was a housewife, so I had to lay out in the van in the heat for a couple hours till my dad got off work.
Pete.
And he came down with his buddy to pick me up, and he was pissed.
Now, what did he say to you?
It was, first off, he found out I quit college. You know, I didn't tell anybody I quit college at the University of South Florida to come down and train and do this stuff.
Right. So on your first day, you get your shin bone broken.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you flunked or you quit college.
Yeah, so
he
wasn't happy. But it all worked out.
Did you say back in the day, Pete used to get so mad because it was like 3 nights a week you had to go back in the back alley and get Alan from killing somebody in a in a dumpster usually? You usually had to go out there and break up fights and stuff?
Yeah, they used to fight, 3-4 nights a week running around South Tampa. They just...
Brent, did you ever hear the story when Hogan lured, was it Arn Anderson or was it, no, it was, when the Brandon Bowl,
Orndorff?
Paul Orndorff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was the baddest son of a bitch in all of Hillsborough County back in the day in the Brandon area, and Hogan's turf was the JD Penguins area on Gandy, and Hogan sent word over to Brandon to get that stupid Paul Orndorff guy over here to South Tampa. Tampa boy is going to kick his ass. So Hogan iggied up the cops and said, man, this real badass is coming to start problems. So as soon as Orndorff pulled up, he got arrested.
The cops confronted him. The cops confronted him in the parking lot.
He pulled up the JD Penguins, right?
No, JD Penguins is ABC Liquor on
That's
Gandy and McDill.
Right.
And he pulled up there, and we're all hiding, peeking out the door, because he looked in high school just like he did when he was 35 years old.
Right. So you guys were all peeking, like...
Yeah, we're peeking to see what's going to happen. I guess the cops confronted him. He actually picked one of the cops up, and it looked like a body slam, threw the cop down on the concrete.
Well, they just asked him, what are you doing here? And he said,
I don't know what they said, but one thing led to another. Orndorff ended up picking this guy up and throwing him down, and then they were on him. And
were you guys peeking through the bushes?
Oh, yeah. And then after they beat him down and started cuffing his feet and hands behind him, then we came out. We told you not to come down here. They ran his ass off. But.
Did you ever make money with Paul? Did you guys ever work?
He was great, brother. We made a lot of money together.
With Vince?
Yeah. He was awesome, man. We made a ton of money together.
Anyway, Hogan, man, thanks for swinging by. I know you got a ton of stuff to do today.
Yeah, we're rolling.
And let me do some words. I'm way late. Back in a minute. Hold on a second.